Hey there. I just wanted to give an update on the Holy Strike League start after, finishing day one, getting through my Atlas progression and completing most of my Atlas points. Getting unique maps. A little rough without Kirak out there. But, so, just get right into it. Couple things I'm happy with, couple things I'm disappointed with. The build felt great and smooth overall. As soon as you hit Act 3, and you get Spiritual Command, which gives you attack speed for your minions apply to you. And you get your first lab, and you get your Sentinel Radiance. You pretty much just get to walk through the campaign super comfortably. It was super cozy. White and yellow maps were also the same, just walking through. It's a super chill experience. I did everything up to red maps on a 4-link, upgrading to a 5-link for like 1C and red maps. So that is the positives of the build. I noticed after investing into it a bit, I was buying like 5C jewels with like added lightning and mini attack speed here and there. Filled up every jewel slot that I planned to, like I had in the original POB. Pretty much followed it to a T. There are some things that it makes me think and speculate about the build. I am speculating that the Holy Armaments definitely aren't using your strike skill itself with its effectiveness of added damage. I'm assuming they are their own thing, and their effectiveness of added damage is probably something like 100%. Because adding all of those cluster jewels did have an impact, made my damage go up. Did not make my damage go up exactly as much as I thought it would. So, as you can see in the video here, this is me killing Eater of Worlds, 5-link, like post-campaign. Now, not awful. Damage is pretty average for an okay league starter, and like not too much investment. But it is definitely not overpowered, it's not crushing it, it's not doing tons of damage. So, in that regard, I'm not fully satisfied. So the first thing I'm looking into is swapping to a crit setup. And I'll go over a couple of the things now to show you what you need to start looking into for a crit swap. The first thing is going to be a Foulborn Frostbreath. Now, the minions definitely do inherit your weapon. I tried a high DPS weapon, like a very high DPS mace. I think I was able to... Probably hasn't sold. Yeah, this. This has a 573 DPS, which is definitely a lot more than Frost Breath. I put it on, my damage got significantly lower. So, we can safely assume that the double damage is working as we thought it would. The only thing that isn't working how we thought it would is the effectiveness of added damage on the minions. They don't scale quite as hard as I had assumed they would. But yeah. You get this, your base crit on your weapon's pretty high. That helps quite a bit. Running an Assassin's Mark with Marked on Hit with the Smite for now, just to be lazy. I will probably have to, once I have more crit scaling, I'll probably just self-cast it and have a better Smite once I get Val Smite and Generosity. But yeah, so I have Assassin's Mark, the Frost Breath, and I believe I also took this wheel up here. And this is just the very beginning of me swapping to crit, and you can already notice the difference from just like these few things. My damage went up a good amount. You notice in mapping. So the goal is to full send a crit swap as soon as possible. It will be quite difficult because one of the main things you'll want to get is Exemplar Support, which requires you to critically strike recently. Quite tough to do when you are spec'd into Resolute technique when you never deal critical strikes. So we'll need a few more levels, a few more passive points to get maybe a crit wheel here to get your crit up. And also fix your accuracy. Fixing your accuracy is going to be tough, and you'll also want to fit precision in at some point. Quite a few things I'm thinking of doing. One of them being maybe I'll run auras myself instead of relying on these pretty inconsistent minions that like to die sometimes, not trigger sometimes if you get unlucky. And like maybe your Wrath Aura is the one that doesn't stay out and your other two are staying alive when you're hitting something. Like, and you don't have full uptime on a boss. So I was thinking maybe go Unwavering Faith, run Wrath myself, fit in Precision, because Precision will also apply to your minions and scale their crit. And for you, it gives you the accuracy you'll need to drop Resolute Technique. You'll also need quite a bit of accuracy elsewhere if you don't want to heavily invest on your tree. So accuracy fracture on rings, glove, and helmet as well, I believe you'll probably want to look into. Helmet will probably be quite tough. As another very important thing I almost completely forgot about is Holy Strike definitely scales very well with gem levels. You get 12% more damage per gem level, and at the level 21 breakpoint, you get 1 extra holy armament, which is very noticeable. Very, very noticeable. As soon as I got this to level 20 and increasing it by 1 with the helmet and did part of this crit swap, I noticed an extreme, like drastic improvement already. So it's definitely the move. Get your gem to level 20 as soon as possible. So if you're running lab, just put XP into it. Slam XP. Try and get it to 20 as soon as possible and get +1 on the helmet, and you'll be super cozy. Probably won't be able to get that done before your first Void Stone, but maybe you get lucky in lab, maybe you do. These rings, I kind of got these for a steal. I got lucky when I was like buying a couple items and looking at like how to progress my character before going to bed. After stream, I just dumped all of my currency that I had. I dropped a a Barracks Respite, which was about 3 div at the time. Quite lucky. I ended up buying my 6 link for a few div, this for a few chaos. And these rings, surprisingly, for also only a few chaos. These are likely, these are the only 2 on the market. You probably won't see tier 1 accuracy fractures again for a little bit, as isn't super common. But I have these sitting here. Eventually I'll be able to craft onto them. I'll want something like minion attack speed, life, resistance, and then I'll be content with these rings and I'll be able to look towards doing a crit swap. This accuracy along with precision might not even be enough. It probably won't be. So I'll probably also need the accuracy on gloves. And that's when you could drop Resolute Technique and look into running Exemplar Support. So yeah, that is the main idea, where I'm looking to go with the build, how it felt. Not quite as happy as I thought I'd be. Happy in other areas that I thought I wouldn't be. The clear is better than I thought it would be. The single target's a bit lower than I thought it would be. Overall, it was pretty smooth. It was pretty comfy. Block feels great. I still haven't totally solved ailments, so sometimes I get a huge ignite and that's a little rough, but that's about the only thing that's like super scary on the build right now, because you have plenty of block for hits. Nothing's going to kill you while mapping. You still have your like capped block. So it feels great. Damage could be a little higher. I will continue to progress the build. You could follow my progression over on Twitch and see what I do, see how I work on swapping to crit and all of that. Ask any questions that you need to, as I basically solved the problems that I had with the build, and that's just the single target damage wasn't quite what I had hoped, even though, I'll be real, on a league start for a 5 link, it was fine. This wasn't anything crazy. But yep, that's it. Thanks for watching.